I'm sure that you've been at times in a space where communication is difficult. In the context of the kingdom, and as we are addressing the life of the influencer within a kingdom context, there is an important aspect that we need to understand about communication. The word is very straightforward about the power of the tongue, about uh, its capacity to light a fire. James uses this analogy and says that the tongue is like the rudder of a boat that can steer the ship in a direction. James says this in that if a man can hold his tongue, he has become perfect. That word perfect that he uses there is the Greek word teleo, that is the same root word as where Jesus said in John 14, it is finished. It's the same root word, teleo. The word in John 14 is tetelestai. We use the word teleos to speak of fullness and completeness and perfection. Yet, the word that James uses is that a man has become perfect when he can manage his tongue, implies that in a kingdom context, you and I have to have the ability to manage the tongue. I've often heard people jokingly say that he thinks that the guard that watches his tongue is on holiday or is on leave or has got a weekend off. And so often, when we are provoked or when we are angry, we would say things that is not conducive. We would be in a conflict situation and you are tempted to respond or react. Reaction is the better word, because when you react, it implies that you just act on impulses and instincts, and very often then you react in a wrong way. So I would suggest that you would rather respond, meaning that before you answer, you calculate, you think through it, and then you respond instead of react. Because if one has a harsh word and the other acts with another harsh word, you and I both know that um, conflict just escalates within seconds. I'm sure that you've often in traffic witnessed this, that one person would cut off another and then it's arms out the window and shouting behind the windscreen. And we know that anger evokes anger. And that's why the word gives us this instruction and very, very helpful advice from Proverbs 15 when it says, a soft answer turns away wrath, or a soft answer makes anger disappear, as some of the newer translations say. We understand that what we say is more important than own opinions. What we say in a difficult situation really reflects our heart. And thus, we have to be mindful of not just what we say, but also how we say it. I've often, uh, in conflict situations, responded with also a harsh word. My personality type, a red personality, this is just a pitfall for my personality type, that we often would say things that we later regret. In the words of Lynette de Beer, uh, that is possible. It may happen, but if you have Holy Spirit, it's manageable. And Holy Spirit enables us to, even in difficult situations, when tempers flare and harsh words are said, that you and I can maintain our composure and answer even with a soft answer, because Holy Spirit enables that. I've learned something very interesting in this recent past, that our emotions that are triggered and by circumstances uh, are are empowered by our hormones. So anger, which is an emotion, can be fueled by cortisol, your fight or flight hormone. But that experience, that hormonal effect, is only 90 seconds. It lasts 90 seconds within the body. And when you recognize it, breathe, respond, not react, it is possible to, even in very difficult circumstances, do exactly what the word says. Soft answers turn away wrath. And it goes further and it says, grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15, in fact, is full of examples of how our speech impacts on our lived experience. And as kingdom influencers, we have this responsibility to maintain ourselves, conduct ourselves with this in mind, that I'm a temple of Christ. I have the Holy Spirit within me. And I have a responsibility to look at what the word says about how I manage my tongue, understand that it has great potential, but there's also great danger in how and what I say. Let me read some of these wonderful truths to you from Proverbs 15. The tongue of the wise utters knowledge rightly, but the mouth of the self-confident fool pours out folly. Verse 4 says, a gentle tongue with its healing power is a tree of life. So often we see that the words that people use breaks down. It's not a tree of life. It doesn't elevate. It doesn't edify. And yet, we use the tongue recklessly. Willful contrariness in it breaks down the spirit. Listen to this. A fool despises his father's instruction and correction, but he who regards reproof acquires prudence. It means that when you can listen even to reproof, even to correction, that you are edified and built up. Verse 7 says, the lips of the wise disperse knowledge, sifting it as chaff from the grain. Not so the minds and hearts of the self-confident and foolish. Verse upon verse upon verse, highlighting the importance of how we use our tongue. Your tongue has the ability to start wars and to stop wars. Your tongue has the ability to build someone up, but also to break them down. The song lyric says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, that's what kills. I've often, um, as a dad, stood on the sideline of a soccer field. And I've often been amazed at how verbally abusive parents can get. How, in a public space, parents would talk down on their kids and criticize them instead of building up, instead of edifying. The science says that for every negative word said against a person, we need 40 positive affirmation to cancel that one negative comment. Soft answer turns away wrath. This is the question. Simple, straightforward. In a conflict situation, are you able to maintain yourself, conduct yourself, and answer in a calm, controlled, collected way? Because so often we risk losing our reputation as kingdom ambassadors if we don't do this. You know what will set you apart in a crowd where there's conflict? If you can answer and respond with this gentle answer. If you can maintain and manage your emotions and be mindful of this, it's not what I say, it's how I say it that matters most. I want to encourage you in a world where words make or break people, in a world where words make or break the success of a business, won't you be mindful of what you say and how you say it? You have the ability to diffuse the most difficult conflict situation. If you could only do this, if you could respond in a composed, controlled, Holy Spirit led way. I'm preaching to you and I'm preaching to me. And on this point, I would say this: Holy Spirit, please help me to control this tongue. Because I know that even in difficult situations, my soft word, my soft spoken word, my well thought through response has the ability to put out a felt fire. I pray that you will be a fire extinguisher and not a fire starter with your tongue. I pray that in difficult situations that you will be able to compose yourself. But Gustav, Jesus also got angry and he took out a whip. And the word still says that without sin. I want to encourage you to create safe spaces for communication. You know, if you constantly lose your temper, if you raise your voice, you are not creating safe spaces for those in your life space to share their hearts, share their fears, share their anxieties, because you have the tendency to escalate. Yet, if we can de escalate, if we can take the tension out of the atmosphere, we enable communication and we give everyone around us the freedom to say what needs to be said, to share their hearts, to share their thoughts, to share their feelings and their ambitions and fears and plans. Won't you enable communication in your life space? It starts by doing this. Soft answer turns away wrath. God bless you.